There's one particular food that Guy Fieri can't stomach, and one particular time of the day when he usually doesn't eat much. But otherwise, the mayor of Flavortown is unsurprisingly quite the omnivore. Like many of us, Guy Fieri starts his day with a hit of caffeine, as he typically gets up around 6 a.m. and has an Americano. In case you're not well versed in coffee terms, an Americano is simply espresso and water. Fieri typically takes his Americano with a splash of cream. With all the traveling that Fieri does for work and the long hours he spends filming, you might think that he would continue to fuel up on coffee throughout the day, but it turns out that he's actually pretty conservative with his caffeine intake. As he told GQ in 2021, "I love really good coffee and I'll have a cup. I would love to have 3, but that doesn't do the best for me." As it turns out, Fieri isn't really a fan of early morning meals. As he admitted to Business Insider in 2021, "I probably eat breakfast maybe twice a month. I'm not a breakfast guy at all." If Fieri does eat breakfast, then there's a good chance he's chowing down on grits with ham and red-eye gravy. His mom is from North Carolina, so she made the dish often when he was growing up. She also made homemade granola, so that's another go-to for her son. More often than not, though, he just has fresh fruit and vegetable juices. He makes sure to maintain his juice ritual when he's on the road, while also insisting that his team drink juices as well to keep their immunity up. There are only so many greasy burgers and buttery Benedicts you can eat before you need to balance them out with something healthy. Luckily for Guy Fieri, he's a huge fan of salads. As he revealed to CBS News in 2020, "Veggies are my game. Love salad. Love spaghetti squash. Love all the whole grains." While many of the dishes on diners, drive-ins, and dives are far from healthy, Fieri has showcased several plant-based dishes on the show, including vegan crunch wraps and lentil meatloaf. If you visit any of Guy Fieri's restaurants, you'll mostly find American comfort foods like burgers, buffalo wings, and barbecue. However, when he cooks at home or goes out to eat, he often opts for Asian cuisine. As he revealed in an interview with chef Robert Irvine, "I'm a huge fan of Asian food. I love soy sauce, I love ginger, I love garlic, I love spice, I love fresh vegetables. I'm a huge vegetable junkie." Fieri also revealed to GQ that he and his sons like everything from Thai to Vietnamese, Chinese, and Korean food. He also has an affinity for sushi, which he's been eating since he was 8 years old, thanks to his father's insistence that he try different foods. Whether it's raw fish, noodles, or curries, Fieri simply can't get enough of Asian dishes. It's plenty clear that Guy Fieri is a huge fan of vegetables, especially a certain versatile bud. However, preparation matters when it comes to this particular veggie. As Fieri explained to Business Insider in 2022, "I do not like boiled Brussels sprouts. You can fry them, you can grill them, you can roast them, you can shave them, you can do just about anything with them." Fieri has a number of clever ways to make Brussels sprouts more appealing, including dressing up roasted sprouts with zesty lemon and Parmesan cheese. He also has a killer recipe for Brussels sprouts gratin that involves tossing the sprouts with panko, herbs, and cheese before baking them until they're bubbling and golden. And his bumped-up Brussels sprouts recipe combines halved sprouts with pancetta, capers, pine nuts, currants, and raisins. Guy Fieri isn't the only member of his family who loves greens. As his eldest son Hunter told Mashed in 2021, "Our family was really big into being plant-based. We're not totally plant-based, but we like to indulge ourselves in it and learn about it. People think, oh, well, it doesn't taste as good. Vegetables don't taste good like that. It's all about how you cook it, right?" In 2021, Hunter teamed up with the plant-based pasta brand Zenby to make a documentary called What Plants Can Do, which aimed to raise awareness about the health benefits of plant-based foods. Hunter's Aunt Morgan was vegetarian, and she was the reason that her brother decided to master vegetarian food. In general, the Fieris like to offset the unhealthy foods they eat with veggies. As Hunter noted, "We will indulge ourselves in the worst foods possible that you can put in your body, but we also like to eat salad, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. We're super big on that."
He wants to eat really well and really healthy, so when he comes to visit me in California and we make pizzas till 2 in the morning.
Guy Fieri has Italian roots, so it makes sense that he has an affinity for the culture's cuisine. And in fact, Italy is hands down his favorite country to eat in. Even the gas station sandwiches there taste incredible. As he noted to GQ in 2021, "Out of all the cities, I think one of my favorites is Florence. Cacio e pepe in Rome is amazing also." When it comes to Italian food, Fieri gravitates toward pasta. As he revealed to Bon Appetit in 2022, his dream dinner party menu would include classic dishes like amatriciana and carbonara. Surprisingly enough, Guy Fieri's pizza parlor in Hampton, Virginia was until recently the only one of his restaurants that focused on Italian cuisine. But that changed in 2024 with the opening of an Italian-American restaurant in his birthplace of Columbus, Ohio.
This is my community. This is my kind of energy.
Speaking of Italian cuisine, Guy Fieri has a secret ingredient that he loves to add to his Italian sauces, and that sneaky addition is more than a little bit fishy, as he revealed to Bon Appetit in 2022. I am a huge anchovy fan. They are a flavor bomb that people don't play with enough. I'll drop them into tomato sauces and I won't tell anybody, and you can just watch people enjoy the depth of flavor. Like many chefs, Fieri uses anchovies to add a touch of salt, some umami flavor, and a bit of depth to various dishes. These tiny fish can be delicious in various recipes like pasta sauces and salad dressings. They're also packed with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin B3. If you're worried that anchovies will ruin a dish by making it taste too fishy, you might be surprised to discover that you've probably had anchovies before and not even realized it. For example, Worcestershire sauce contains anchovies, and many chefs add them to Caesar salad dressing. Fieri may lean towards healthier foods when he's not cruising around the country for the Food Network, but he still gets some snack cravings. And as he admitted to All Recipes in 2024, if he could only eat one snack for the rest of his days, it would be salty pretzels. According to his website, Guy began his love affair with food at the age of 10, selling soft pretzels from a 3-wheeled bicycle cart he built with his father called the Awesome Pretzel Cart. You can still visit the Awesome Pretzel Cart in its original hometown of Ferndale, California, although it's no longer owned by Fieri. His Cooking with Kids Foundation donated it to the Ferndale Elementary School 8th grade so that his students could learn career skills and raise money for school trips.
Is it good?
It's outstanding.
$4, please.
The Guy Fieri hosted cooking competition, Guy's Grocery Games, is set in a warehouse converted into a grocery store that players have to race through to find ingredients for their dishes. And as it turns out, Fieri hides a certain snack on the set of his show, Oberto peppered beef jerky. Once again, Fieri's snack cravings can be traced back to his childhood, as he had an after-school job at the Ferndale Meat Co., where he would smoke beef jerky. When he heard that the building was up for sale years later, he bought it, thus enabling the company to continue operating as it always had. When you think of Guy Fieri indulging with a drink, you might imagine that he typically reaches for something like Jack Daniels or tequila. However, he's also a wine lover, especially if it comes from his own collection. In 2012, he bought a 5-acre vineyard in the Russian River Valley of Sonoma and started working with Guy Davis of Davis Family Vineyards to create a collection of wines for his label Hunt and Ride. The label was named after Fieri's sons, Hunter and Ryder. Hunt and Ride's selections include Pinot Noir, Zinfandel, Chardonnay, and a signature trophy line of blended reds. As Fieri told wine enthusiast, "I wanted the wine to stand on its own without my name. I wanted quality, organic, and a price that's approachable." And he told GQ, "The wine will speak for itself. I want it to be appreciated." Fieri has succeeded on that front, as the wines have been very well received by experts and casual drinkers alike. It's no secret that Guy Fieri loves some barbecue. He got the bug early on, as he received his first smoker at the age of 12. His dream was to compete at the American Royal World Series of Barbecue, so he joined a barbecue boot camp, where he met other barbecue enthusiasts and formed a crew named Motley Q. They competed together for years, eventually going on to win the American Royal. In 2012, Fieri was inducted into the Barbecue Hall of Fame.
For us in California, we grill all year round.
Fame hasn't changed Fieri's passion for good old-fashioned barbecue. He still participates in events like smokehouse cooking demos at the Stagecoach Festival of Country Music and his surf and turf BBQ competition at the Humboldt County Fair. Guy's barbecue joint in Atlantic City showcases some of the chef's top barbecue recipes, including sandwiches and platters piled high with Fieri's signature championship pork butt, barbecue beef, and blue ribbon chicken. And you can also sample Fieri's signature BBQ sauces with your meat by picking up bottles to take home. It's a common misconception that professional chefs only love cooking complicated meals. While that may be the case at the workplace, many of them prefer simple but flavorful dishes at home. And that's certainly true of Guy Fieri. As he told Delish in 2008, "I'm really into stir fries, anything that has to do with grilling and marinating. I cook one of two ways, hot and fast or low and slow." Considering Fieri's penchant for Asian cuisine, it makes sense that stir fries are a part of his home cooking repertoire, as they're quick, easy, and typically require only a few ingredients. With that in mind, it should also come as no surprise that the one ingredient Fieri can't live without is soy sauce. As he explained to Business Insider, soy sauce is umami. It's got such depth to it. If you're a big fan of diners, drive-ins, and dives, then you've probably noticed that there are very few foods that Guy Fieri absolutely avoids. However, when it comes to eggs, he just can't stomach the thought of putting them in his mouth. As he explained to My Recipes in 2018, this aversion can be traced back to two formative events. One happened when he was about 10, and he opened an egg to find a wholly formed baby chicken inside. The other was when he had a badly prepared hard-boiled egg with a chalky yolk. Fieri isn't completely against eggs. As he explained on Food Network's YouTube channel, I think they're super critical for cooking, and as a matter of fact, I use them all the time. But there's just something about a scrambled egg. It just doesn't work texturally, visually. It's liquid chicken. So while you may see Fieri using eggs for something like Caesar salad dressing, you probably won't encounter him eating any dishes where eggs are the main ingredient.